hurt the most about the recent Lekki massacre remembrance was that the police still brutalized innocent citizens. Uber driver running away from tear gas was picked up, and against all better judgments, he was assaulted on live TV. They couldn't call it doctored footage, so the police preferred to ask TV news crews to shut down their cameras instead. Nothing learned in 1 year. A waste of innocent lives, and they would have done it all over if people dared guard. They picked people indiscriminately at the toll plaza. If you were talking to the press, you got picked up. If you were a journalist, you also got picked up. Over 30 people picked up for daring to be at the plaza when the police had banned the protests. What's a democracy without the right to a peaceful protest? President Buhari was on the streets protesting during President Jonathan's tenure. Now, with obvious lack of good governance, Nigerian government decides that the best line of action is to take away the citizens' rights to protest being killed indiscriminately by the military and even arresting people for just being around the scene of the massacre on its 1 year remembrance. Is Nigeria still a democracy? I normally don't respond to people who gaslight the massacre, who say if we can't show them thousands of bodies, it wasn't the massacre. A lot of them are loyal to the government they voted in. So even if they're victims of the system themselves, they claim it's the will of God. After all, with all the evidence widely available all over the internet today, the Minister of Information himself is still saying that there is no evidence of death. Yet, the governor of Lagos State, who supervised activities on that night, attested to at least 2 deaths. They can't even reconcile their stories. The army, that also said it wasn't at the scene, has now been quiet since forensic reports showed that the bullet shells found at the massacre scene was theirs. Look up the meaning of massacre on Wikipedia, I beg. Don't be arguing definitions. Interestingly, presidential spokesman Shehu Garba is now telling the Minister of Information that bandits are terrorists. I wonder what the minister's supporters would do with this division in their camp. Lies can never stand the test of time. They claim we don't have names of the people killed. Sorry, the protesters weren't actually taking roll call or memorial pictures, since they weren't expecting to be shot dead by the same military that ought to defend the nation's flag. But all the names that have been compiled and published in 1 year still won't convince someone who isn't really looking for evidence. You can't wake someone pretending to sleep. They ask that we bring only the names of people massacred at Lekki, the same people eyewitnesses claim the army carried away. All the videos of extrajudicial killings at other locations, those aren't bad enough for you? Victor Sunday's body was carried away, and his brother is still looking for him. Abuta Solomon was found dead. His lifeless body videotaped on the floor at the toll plaza, shot in the ribs. His brother Nathaniel Solomon took his body to be buried in their village. But a national newspaper in this same country used VPN to tweet that there is no evidence of the Lekki massacre. My deduction is that the Nigerian contraption is just so that the elites can have access to resources that ordinarily would have been out of their reach. There's no united Nigeria, and we've never been this divided as in the last 6 years. But why aren't we asking intelligent questions while defending tyranny though? Aren't people still being brutalized today? Who has been punished? Panels of inquiries are asking for compensations to be paid. Where are the perpetrators of these heinous crimes? The federal government has continued to deny every investigation and report. They've never really told us what happened that night though. Minister of Information, what happened at the Lekki Toll Plaza on the night of Tuesday, October 20th, 2020? After a curfew was announced and many people left to their homes, after the toll plaza lights were put off, what happened, sir? You tell us. Oh, the army wasn't there. They were there. They just handed out water. Oh no, they shot blank bullets. Fantastic. The people Governor Sanwo-Olu visited in the hospital, blank bullets injure them? Okay, no evidence of deaths. The video of Abuta Solomon dead on the floor of the toll plaza, was that also doctored? Government officials are paid public servants. They owe us accountability. This is not a monarchy. And if you can't answer questions and stay honest, go home. Nigeria is not your private business. Nigeria is not anyone's private business for that matter. I just can't stand the sheer incompetence and outright denials of what was clearly seen on live footage. And for 12 months, more accounts have come out to prove the government is lying, and they keep on insulting our intelligence. Who do these people really think they are? Employers of Nigerians? Your government begged for votes, cried at the atrocities of the last government. You get into government and control mainstream media, asking people to call terrorists bandits, asking them to say insecurity is declining, when we now have armed men who can shoot down fighter jets and bomb rail tracks. What's really going on here? Is Nigeria still a democracy? Any person in government can misbehave. It beholds on citizens and all arms of government to stand up and call out injustice, demand accountability and good governance. Leave government apologists, I beg, to keep supporting tyranny. They usually end up in the belly of the monsters that they breed. For instance, where is Save Nigeria Group today? What happened to Occupy Nigeria? Doesn't Nigeria need saving anymore? Or the people are observing table manners? They don't talk with their mouths full. Well, the rest of us can't be too distracted looking for daily bread to allow Nigeria go to the abyss. Nigeria, stand up now.